Hey guys, James here. Basically, this was the last week of the diet. I didn't realise that until the end of the week when my coach told me we'd be ending it here. But yeah, so end of an era, end of an awful era, sort of like World War One. Almost definitely as bad as World War One. Living through that. So I failed squats and that was the start of my week. The start of my week was failing squats. So that was brilliant. Especially when you consider the fact that 108.5 was the same weight I got on Friday for 3 reps. And I got it for 2 and failed the third one on Monday. And the reason I was doing it again was because I thought, well, 3 sucks, I'll get it for 5 today. No, I didn't even get it for the 3 I got it for last time. And that you would have seen that, me pushing the weight away in anger. Yeah, really pissed off about it. With the, raising calories now that I'm going to be enjoying, I imagine things like this are going to happen far more infrequently. I'll be getting stronger, bigger. Unfortunately, putting some of the fat back on, which I'm not excited about, as you can imagine. But yeah, I'll be getting stronger, and so hopefully it'll be enough of a positive to ignore the fact I'm getting fat again. Bench press here, paused competition lift. Except I sort of realised it's not competition lift, because in a competition, that is such a grinder. In a competition, you can't have your heels off the floor, so I guess I've got to work on that. After bench press, we go on to do some overhead press, and I realised, going back to the squats, you would have seen, I think I did something like, I can't remember, 9 back off sets. It's just, I think I realised I'm dieting, I'm doing way too much volume, I'm not recovering from it, and that's why I'm getting weaker in the squat. Everything else is going up whilst the squat goes down. It's not a coincidence that I've been going mental with the squat recently. Anyway, so after the squats, the bench press and the overhead press, strict overhead press that is, we go on to the glute ham raises, where my glutes, my hams and my raises all get a workout. Just holding a 10 kilo plate, and I do it for 12 reps, and I do that for 6 sets. Basically as many sets as I can do in 10 minutes, which always ends up being 6. Wednesday now, deadlifts, and super happy with this. I got 5 sets, which is pretty good volume for deadlifts. I only deadlift once a week, so 5 sets is, it's a reasonable amount to get in a single workout. And I got the working set 129 for 4. I can't remember what I got it for last time before I had to reset deadlifts. 129, I don't know, but I got it for 4 here, which I was happy with, so screw it. Whatever I got last time, it definitely wasn't better. So even if it's the same, I'll just prove that I am better in the next workout. Yeah, I dropped it down to 120 for the next 4 back off sets. And hexagonal plates are just pissing me off. I really would just like some round plates, simply for deadlifts. Here we're doing 3 count pause bench. You'll notice that I wasn't training with anybody on this day. Training all alone, all by my lonely sim. And I got this for 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a 3 count. What we call a 3 count in the biz. This is obviously basically just to teach me how to pause, so that when it comes time for competition, I'm not taken aback by if the judge gets a bit too mean with the pause he employs. And then after that, I've said it before, Wednesdays are sort of a very exhausting day. You got deadlifts, which are exhausting. 3 count pause bench, which is the most exhausting type of bench, and then front squats. And there's something just so fatiguing about front squats. You'll be able to see my knees doing a little dance, doing the dancey jig that they like to do. I have been working on it. It's not getting better. I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's just such a pain in the ass. Pain in the glutes, am I right, you guys? You know I'm right. Except it's a sort of a quad exercise. Anyway, at least it's a plate aside, which doesn't look as stupid as when I was doing half a plate aside. Which I mean to mean a 10 plate. 10 kilo plate. Alright, so this, basically what happened is, so hear me out, you guys. Hear me out, yeah? Before you judge me. I told my coach that I'd failed the squats on the Monday. He had apparently replied to me on the Wednesday. My mail server decided not to deliver me that email, except I managed to get it eventually after I figured out the mail server issues. And it was too late, so coming into the Friday workout, I had no idea what to do. So I did a 5x5 at 100 kilos. It seemed reasonable. And then I did 3 back-offs, 95 for the first back-off, and then 90 for the next 2. And that just sort of seemed like, well, this is probably a good idea. So yeah, that's what I did. Touch and go now. And touch and go is brilliant because it's still pretty light. Not doing very much weight at the moment. Ever since the reset, I'm yawning because I got back from work and I'm doing this, so forgive me. Ever since the reset, it's been a lightweight, but it's been manageable, and I've enjoyed sort of, being able to do more reps on the bench press. I guess it's sort of my volume day when it comes down to it. So yeah, that was basically the bulk of the Friday workout. And then we're on to close grip bench press, which is obviously, I sort of consider it more the accessory. The last thing you want to do after bench press is more bench press, because first of all you have to stay in the same bench. Boring, let me walk around a bit, flex my legs, but also because I don't want to do more bench press, obviously. I didn't know that this guy did this when I was reviewing the video, but hilarious, brilliant, thank you guy. Anyway, after this, it was onto glute ham raises. So sick, I'm looking pale, well that's my about to go now this. Important stuff, those glute ham raises. So yeah, last comparison video, and I like the look of my body. Got a bit of lower ab fat that I would have liked to have got rid of. A bit of fat on the sides that I would have liked to have got rid of. By the way, the right to the right is me most recently. And a bit of fat on the chest, which you'll see more when I do the tricep pose. But all in all, this is sort of the best I've ever looked. I've obviously been far skinnier than this. Well, not obviously, you wouldn't know that, but I've been far skinnier than this. But I've never had this much muscle and been lean. And I haven't got loads of muscle, I know. But I'm just saying. But yeah, very happy with the sort of leanness of it. It's a shame I'm going to have to obviously lose the leanness in favour of muscle. But it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, especially when I know I can do it all over again, get here again, and it will be easier the next time. Here's for not dieting, you guys. End of diet.
Bunches and bunches, punches is thrown into your frontless. Oodles.